Hey y'all, Jeremy at the Archershack here, and I wanted to take just a few minutes and talk to you about 3D shoots. A lot of folks come in our shop and they say they ultimately show interest in shooting 3D targets, but when you invite them to a shoot, they don't show up because they're worried about crowds watching them and they don't know how to score animals and that type of thing on the 3D range. So let's walk down a 3D course and talk about how it works. So here we are starting down a 3D course. We use these cones at our shop. Some people use rebar and paint it or different stakes, but usually there are stakes for each class. See, there's another one down there. There's a deer target. So the kids shoot from a stake, the ladies shoot from a stake, the bow hunters and the people with tournament setup shoot from a stake. Most clubs have, it's about to storm here, so it may be a little dark. Let's turn the corner here. Most clubs have 20 to 25 targets they put out. Here's another deer down there. And I'll show you how to score one. There's a couple different ways. I don't want to get too far down in here because it's going to rain in a second. It's thundering. Let's go down here to this coyote. Most bow hunter classes have like a 35-40 yard max. Each club's a little different. But this coyote, you have a max score of 12 points. Here's your 12 ring. It's just got to be touching the line to score, so it can be right on the line or in it. 10, 8 is sort of the lung area, this line here, and then a 5 if you just hit the animal. So this is a center 12 or an IBO 12. Some targets have a lower 12. They call that an ASA 12. Let's see if we can get to one of those before the rain starts out here. Let's get this thing going here. We use these cones just because they're easier to see, but sometimes when we have bigger shoots, we actually paint boxes for folks to stand in. That way, you know, because somebody could technically move the cone, which we don't really have trouble with, but it's possible. Let's see here. Let's walk down here to this pig target. So this one we shot from an angle. Well, it's got a center 12 too. Let's see if we can find one with a lower 12 to show you. Maybe we'll just walk. There's another coyote down there. On this particular course, there's one down at the pond. Got a little pig down there. The average shot was probably about 32, 34 yards on this course. We had a couple over 40 and a couple in the 20s. There's a double shot. You can see those two deer down there. We just have a lot of questions about how this works, and people think that there's a lot of people watching, but you really just walk through the woods with your friends. A lot of clubs require there to be at least 3 shooters. 2 of them keep score. There's a standing bear down there. 2 people keep score, and then at the end you compare the scorecards to make sure you know, that keeps everybody honest. Getting down here in the dark woods, there's a little coyote down there. Let's see here. I'm just walking around showing y'all, but I'm gonna come up on these targets close. Here's the little Catalina goat. Here is a target that should have a lower 12. Well, it actually don't. Maybe the bear does. most clubs will tell you ahead of time we're shooting ASA rings or not. So all right, here's a good example. This, you'll see these targets a lot. So here's your same, that's your 10 ring, this core is your 8. So if the club says you're shooting lower 12s, this is what counts as a 12. Before you shoot, you can call the upper 12 and shoot at this one, but everybody in the group has to hear you, and this ring does not count unless the club says we're shooting center 12s today. This is a 14 ring that is generally only used in a shoot-off, but I have been to clubs that said these are in play for the day, and you just got to be, you know, a closer 20-yard shot. If you think you can hit it, you shoot at it. Let's flip around. I'll show you a few more targets as we go. Another Catalina. The two most popular target companies are Reinhardt and McKenzie. And the ASA shoots shoot that lower 12. It's a national, it's mostly on the southeast side of the United States. They use McKenzie targets, Delta McKenzie targets, little raccoon target. That one's made by R&W. And then the Total Archery Challenge and the Reinhardt shoots, they all use Reinhardt targets. Anyway, most of the time the local shoots are just walking through the woods with your friends, 3 or 4 or 5 people. A lot of times they'll have like a 5-person limit on how many people can shoot, just so you don't hold up the range, you know. And it's just having a good time. And each club has different classes, you know, maybe a bow hunter class or a just according to what club it is. So just kind of talk to them if you don't know. When you get there, tell them what your setup is, or show it to them. They'll get you in the right class. There's known yardage and unknown yardage. A lot of folks are shooting known yardage now. So go to your local club, check them out. I think you'll have a lot of fun, and hopefully get you into shooting even when it's not hunting season. Well, anyway, thanks for watching our video. I really appreciate it. Subscribe if you hadn't already, and hopefully this helped understand more about 3D shoots. There's really no pressure. It's more of a fun shoot amongst friends for the local shoots, and hopefully you learned how to score and all that type of thing and how they work. If you have any questions, let us know. If you're in upstate South Carolina, come by. We're the Archerishack. And we have 3D shoots that we post on our Facebook page and on our archershack.com website a couple of months. So definitely stop by and check it out, or check out your local club. Thank y'all for watching.